Hello and welcome to your folder meeting. We are so grateful that we have so many new families enrolled in our school, but we do know that there's a lot of information that you get during that initial enrollment meeting, and we want to make everything as easy as possible for you and make sure the information you need is just a click of a button away. So Sensei Callahan and I are going to be going over a lot of the information that you'll find in your white folder that you've been given, so that way at your convenience, you can review that information. And again, if you have any questions, we're always a phone call away.
Yep.
All right, so first.
Did you introduce yourself?
Oh, no, I'm
Yeah.
Caitlin Clary. I'm the
This is
communications
Yeah,
director
this is
here.
Caitlin Clary.
Yes, and this is Sensei
I'm
Marty.
Sensei Callahan. You probably already met me.
Yes, you probably already met him, but we're just very thankful always for the growth in our school, which has been so healthy lately, and we're very excited to have your kids train with us.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're going to go over the Shoka Leader Handbook first, right?
Mhm.
You have some information you want to
Yeah.
tell them about that?
Yep. So we wrote this book. Actually,
Okay.
we wrote this book about 4 or 5 years ago, and have also written a supplement to it that was in 2018. And the book will outline many of the major points that happen in the school. This is something that we spent years putting together, so it's quite comprehensive. So taking the time to look through it and
Yes.
to study it with your child would be very helpful.
Very much so. Yeah, there's great information in there. Next in there, there'll be a karate schedule. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so we gave you, if we didn't give it to you, then what we recommend is that you post the schedule, the class schedule that your child is going to have somewhere where they can see it. If you like to put that kind of thing on your refrigerator, that's one idea.
Yes.
But what's important for the child is that there be a routine. So the child knows that they're going to come to class every Monday, Wednesday, or every Monday, Thursday, or whatever day it is, and at whatever time it is, so that they can start to get into that routine.
Yeah.
And then prior to, especially with the younger kids, prior to coming to class, a helpful suggestion to a parent is to, if they're involved in some activity, like they're playing with something or other, bring that to an end, and then have there be a 3, 4, 5 minute break before you actually try to get them to come to class. Because if they're deeply involved in some play,
Right.
And then you say it's time to go to karate, their answer is going to be no, I don't want to go.
There'll be resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Want to be ahead of the game with that.
Yes.
Okay. Also, we are connected with a website platform called KickSite. There is information in this folder about that, but I just kind of want to give you a little tidbit about it. All of our curriculum that we need you guys to fill out is available in the school, but it's also available for printing on the KickSite website. Your family information is stored there. You'll be receiving an invitation to create an account. It's free and it's very simple and straightforward. It's literally your name and email and a very short password. And that just makes sure that you have access to all the content that's in there. Podcasts that we've done, classes that we've recorded, all that's available too. So if you happen to miss a class, but you want your kids to train, you have easy access to a supplemental training class as well.
Yep.
So we really encourage you to utilize that. It's very important and helpful. And I know it'll take a few minutes of your time, but it's worth it in the long run.
Yeah.
That is also where all of our communications get sent out. We have a monthly newsletter. In the initial trial enrollment, we always send the new students reminders, text and email about when their classes are, because it's very easy to forget those things sometimes. So we just kind of help you get in that routine that we were just talking about. So again, it's KickSite. If you have any questions about how to log into that, you're welcome to talk to me or ask me or Sensei at any point, and we could help you get that set up. But just make sure you definitely don't overlook that one, because that's an important one, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so now let's talk about our challenge program.
Yes. So this is a key component in the school, because what it does is it takes the lessons that we're teaching your child in the school, and it has them take those lessons and apply them at home. Except that we don't call them lessons and we don't call them homework.
Nope.
We call them challenges. And
Sounds so much better.
challenges are so much more exciting
Yes.
than a lesson or homework.
Right.
Right.
Kids don't need any more of that right now.
Right. So these challenges are around character development, they're around safety, and they're around success. And we teach a simple lesson in the school and then present in a question format, what are 3 things that you can do to implement this challenge at home or in elementary school or wherever it is that you might implement it.
Right. And
So-
when the students complete these challenges,
Yes.
they earn, they're called challenge stripes. It's
Yep.
this little sticker stripe that will end up going on their belt.
Yep.
And these are required for ranking up at exam time. So this is definitely an important element to not overlook as well.
Right.
Yes. Okay. Now, so we have our 8th degree black belt. Did you know that he is also an author? Yes, he wrote this book, Tiger's Great Journey. Now, this is a great supplement to what we teach here. This map here also behind us, this beautiful map, when you come in and see it, it's integrated into this. This story is about a boy named Tiger who had seen his best friend being badly bullied, and it had led him to feeling scared and helpless and even a little angry. He began to go in a downward spiral in life, and his parents were worried about him, wanted to bring him into a school to help correct it before it turned into a negative impact in his life. Meets with one of his instructors and makes the decision to become a black belt. And the whole story is about this journey, where it's his journey in the dojo, but then he also has this amazing dream throughout the story that carries him through this map to the Temple of the Clouds with his best friend Blake. So I record readings of this story. We do chapters at a time, so you could watch online, but you've also been given a copy of this again. So if you want to read it at home with your child, that would be helpful too. Okay, trial enrollment. Kind of want to go over the entry-level program and
Yeah.
how that works?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's 3 main programs in the school for students. We also have an instructor training program as
Yes.
well. The most popular program that we have is our Black Belt Shoka Leader program.
Right.
It gets the student to black belt and gives them all the leadership training that we provide. The second program is called the Shoka program. This also gets the student to black belt, but it doesn't provide the leadership training. So
Yes.
for those people that don't want to take that leadership path. And then the third program is the entry level program to the school called the trial enrollment. And that's what your child would be enrolled in when they first come in.
Yes.
There are rare occasions when a student might go directly into a Shoka program or a leadership program, but or even directly into our instructor training program. But generally speaking, students will start with the trial enrollment.
Right. Yes, absolutely. So just some important things to remember. We really encourage everybody to try to attend regularly to your classes. Again, we are just reinforcing the routine that is just so important for your child, not only in just their general life, routine is good and healthy, but so that they don't get behind their classmates as they're progressing along, and that way they're ready for their exams when it comes time to that. Exam sounds a little intimidating, but again, this is done really well in an encouraging fashion. And I mean, all 3 of my teenagers train here and welcome it and look forward to it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we also ask that you support your child emotionally and financially while they're here. It's really easy to, once you spend a lot of time in something, get swayed by the drudgery of things, or the kids do, but the long-term effects are so well worth it. And just to keep strong, and if you need motivation or encouragement, or if your child does, please come to us. We are always ready and willing to give that, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So it's worth the time and effort. Also, there will be follow-up progress checks.
Well, actually, I'd like to say one more thing here of what
Okay.
you're talking about here,
Yes.
and that has to do with the tests or the exams.
Yes.
So testing yourself on a regular basis is very beneficial for you, because Yes, there's a certain amount of anxiety that goes with that,
Mhm.
but it's facing that anxiety and moving through that anxiety. That is a huge upswing
Yes.
in your emotional strength, your inner strength.
Right.
So voluntarily testing yourself regularly,
Mhm.
testing. This is really, really helpful.
Yeah.
And yes, there is anxiety that's associated with it, but you learn ways to deal with that anxiety.
Right.
And you push yourself through that. And it's the determination that you develop that's going to do that.
Yeah. And you probably also garner self-evaluation and self-awareness
Exactly.
in doing this, which is a long-term benefit
Yeah.
for anyone to have, even us as adults in our lives, to be able to be self-aware and
Yeah.
know what needs to be worked on and such.
Yep.
Okay, there is also new student policies and procedures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a document that we gave you when you first came in. And we actually did talk you through that. You may not remember it. Human beings only remember about 10% of what they're told.
Right.
To me, it seems like all I ever do is repeat things,
Right.
which is okay,
Yeah.
because that's what instruction is about.
Yes.
But so if you don't remember anything in there, then just look at it again.
Yeah.
And if you need us to go over that stuff again, we're happy to do that.
Happy to do that as well. Yes, and you may or may not have remembered this, but we actually have a student hotline. So we have our general phone number for the school, but we have a phone number just for our students and our families.
Yep.
So that number, I'm going to say it now, but I'll also put it in the information box under this link. It's 707, of course, 843-7129. And that's where students can call at any time. And if we can't answer, leave a message. And that's our quickest way to connect with them and for you to get a hold of us as well.
Yeah. And in terms of calling us, the best time to call us is in the morning or early afternoon up until about 4 o'clock.
Right.
3:30, 4 o'clock when classes start.
Yeah.
Once classes start, we can't get to the phone as easily.
Yes.
We do have an answering service and they will take messages, but you're not going to get a live person.
Right. So we might have to get back to you to the next morning, but we're always available
Yep.
as best as we can be.
Yep.
Right? We covered everything?
I think so.
Awesome. Okay. So we hope that was helpful. We know your time is precious. We are so wonderfully happy that you're part of our school. And again, we're always available for answering any questions that you may or may not have. Okay. And remember, a black belt is a white belt who never quit. So if you could keep reminding your kids that would be super. All right. Have a great day. We'll see you around. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.